breathing, bruv. No, that's alright, Mandy. Right.
Are we live?
I think we're live. Hang on, let me refresh this. And then we'll soon see. That keeps happening.
Does it? Yeah, we are. Oh,
Yeah.
we've got 21 people already.
Lions TV, good evening. I hope you're enjoying your Friday night. It is the weekend. Oh, there's me talking. Right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Well, I can't actually see you, so I'm having to watch you on my laptop. Mini-me's on board, Friday night, nothing to do, no football. It's absolutely killing the pair of us. Just quickly, can you hear me clearly? That's all I'm worried about. I know you can see me clearly. Callum Curtis. Yeah, we're nice and clear. Good, good. It's hot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hot.
So we are going to do a little bit of a show. Not like singing and dancing or no shit like that. We'll have a little chat about a few things. And then once we've done that, you can ask as many questions as you like. We'll probably do an hour. Because the other day I just got carried away myself talking. It went on for a bit long. So we'll try and cram it all in to an hour. Hope you enjoy the show. Let's start out by looking at players that have come into the club.
Yep. I don't know much.
This shouldn't take long. Absolutely no signings.
No.
No.
Well, apart from Pierce.
Alex Pearson, we knew that.
But I don't know anything else.
He knows
There's
nothing.
else.
He's sort of secrecy. But there is no one so far that's come into the club. But listen, let's not panic about that. Well, I'd rather that than go and buy the wrong player that we don't want. So, it's not a bad thing. What we do know is we currently have 18 players, full professionals, what they call senior pros. We've got 18 senior pros. One of them is a goalkeeper, who's Ryan Sanford. And two of those, well, Fred Onyedinma, the manager, said he's definitely leaving, but he hasn't yet. I don't know if there's a U-turn on that, because that could do us a favour if there is a U-turn, because we're struggling for players. And the other one I'm still not sure about, if I'm honest with you. And again, I don't know anything, get the disclaimer out nice and early, but Aidan O'Brien, he doesn't seem to be happy, just judging by his Instagram posts and his Twitter posts. So I'm still not sure that Aidan O'Brien will stay. Looking at it now, I'd keep Fred and Aidan O'Brien, because I can't see us signing. Well, we will have to sign. We'll have to sign as many players as we need to sign, but as it stands, we need about 10 players in. Neil Harris has said he definitely wants 2 goalkeepers in, so we won't go fucking crackers on the goalkeepers. How many goalkeepers have we had last year? First team goalkeepers?
4, 5.
4, yeah. We had and Sanford 5.
Yeah, 5.
You had Amos on big dough. You had Archer on big dough. Neither of them ended up playing. Dave Martin with Judas, as in... Would you make Dave Martin to West Ham? Don't swear.
No, I hate him.
Speak a bit louder. He hates him. He hates Dave Martin now, so...
Yeah.
Dave Martin...
And then he did all that in like the signing picture. It's so annoying.
I know. But yeah, Dave Martin, I don't really blame him, because people say, well, he's going to go to West Ham, he's going to be third choice. But he was third choice for us for a long part of last season. So you can't really, you can't really blame him for that. But then to come out and say, oh, it's my dream move, they're the club of my dreams and all that shit, and what he just done, I won't even do the gesture. But it was a bit much to take. And then obviously everyone was reverting back to the Brighton game, where everyone was going, don't worry, Dave, he's fine, Dave. And then now he's watching on West Ham. They said, what an absolute, you know what they said. So that is players in. That took 3 seconds, no one. Players out, we know who's left, but on the subject of who's left, I'm not sure what's going on with Sid Nelson. Well done to him, by the way, winning promotion with Tranmere. I don't know if he's been offered a contract one in here, but I would be surprised if he doesn't get offered one. Tom King today signed for Newport. So all the best to Tom King. Newport were runners-up in the final, the League 2 playoff final. They lost in the last minute to Tranmere. So he's 24 years old, Tom King, and he's from the West Country. He's from down sort of that way, so it's a good move for him, and I wish him all the best, and I think he will do well. I don't think he's given a fair crack at Millwall, as I said. You like King?
Yeah, I think he's a good keeper.
Yeah, he's decent. I don't understand.
The last time I saw him play was at Spurs.
Yeah, that was
ages ago.
Yeah, it was ages ago. So Tom King, bang. On the subject of goalkeepers, and I don't always like to do notes, but this this decision to do this show was a little bit off the cuff because he's got a PlayStation game that's uploading. That's going to take 5 hours.
Nah, I turned it off.
Oh, turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I can't be arsed with it.
You can't be arsed of it. On the subject of goalkeepers, Neil Harris confirmed in the press last week that he is on the hunt for 2 goalkeepers. I might have already said that. Yeah, I think I did already say that. He's on the hunt for two goalkeepers. So Sanford's going to stay, obviously, and be the under 23s, and then you'll have he said he wants 2 goalkeepers that are of equal ability, so they can battle it out for the number 1 jersey.
Yeah.
Because that's and he's right what he says. It happens all over the pitch. You have strikers competing, you have wingers competing, but a lot of times you have a goalkeeper who's number 1, and you have an understudy. As we've seen with King, no matter what the fuck Archer did wrong, he couldn't get a sniff. But Harris has now said he wants 2 players in that position of goalkeeper that can complete. And Harris also said that we were in advanced talks with one of those players. Now, there's been rumours it could be Kieran Westwood, obviously Sheffield Wednesday, great goalkeeper, but getting on a bit. Rumours it could be Frank Fielding, who also wouldn't mind. Then the random one that come out during the week, and if you can say his name first time off the cuff, I'll give you a tenner. The Turkish goalkeeper.
Volkan Demirel. Is it right? Did I get it right? Tenner for me, boys. Yes.
You didn't see that there, did you? Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
It's like trying to block
Oh,
me
I
over.
only got it right as well.
He's only got it right. He loves it when he gets something right. I don't know where he takes after. Volkan Demirel, the Fenerbahce 37-year-old goalkeeper, has played nearly 350 games for Fenerbahce, and by the time the season starts, he'll be nearly 38 years old. There were strong rumours linking that it could be him. I don't often put rumours out on social, because I don't like to put them out unless I think they're going to be true, but I did put them out. I said, I don't know if it's true, but that's a rumour. There was rumours that someone had spotted him in Havit, in Bromley with Harris, having a nice coffee. There was rumours, he wants to come here for the benefits of his children. He's also married to a former Miss Belgium as well, so we wouldn't want to see her down at them, really. But
I don't even know what that is, but
well, it's not a bad thing. She's better than Miss Bexy Eve, put it that way.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it turns out Richard Cowley, as he does online, and I don't mind him doing it, I prefer it. He comes out, closely followed by the news at Den, bang, you're way off the mark, it's definitely not Volkan Demirel. So you're thinking, okay, it's not Volkan Demirel, who could it be? We've now been linked with Polish goalkeeper, 31 years old, Ipswich Town, got relegated last season. Double or quits on his name?
Wait. Bolsos Bilkowski. Did I get close?
Pretty much straight on. I can't even say it. It's well, 15. Listen, I'm not even going to attempt to say his name. He is a printer's worst nightmare in a club shop. I don't even know how they'll get back on, but his name is Bartosz Biltualski.
I was close.
He was close. Let's stop wallowing in our glory now. We've got people here. I think it's me having a chat.
105 actually.
105 watching, nice one. Are you watching these come up?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just watching.
Sorry, so the Ipswich Town goalkeeper, we're interested in him. Again, a mixed bag. People saying he's great, people saying no, he's not. He's no good. Ryan Leonard lobbed him last season, so he must be shit. That wasn't my comment. That's what someone said. So obviously he's been relegated with Ipswich, but that doesn't always mean you're a bad goalkeeper. You know, you could have a terrible team in front of you. As Ipswich.
Did he play first team?
Yeah,
Oh.
he was the one we beat 3-0 at Den. No, you don't have him now on the back of that.
I don't know. I didn't. I thought he was like second.
No, he was their first choice keeper. He wants the league because they've been relegated.
Yeah,
So, again, you know, and he's 31, and people were moaning about the other guy from Fenerbahce that isn't coming. He's 37. I've said this before. The one position I don't have a problem where people are older than you'd like to have is in goal. Because as you've seen, goalkeepers can go and play 35, 36. So, 31-year-old goalkeeper, I think you'll get another good 3 years out of him. Without, you know, so if he is the real deal and he is who we want, I'll run with it. You know, we needed desperately a goalkeeper. I think Martin's going to be a lot more of a miss than people realise. He gave us that stability and a little bit of assurance in goal before he fucking done the dirty on us. Absolute snake.
I know.
Disappointing. So anyway, as it stands, the Turkish goalkeeper, whose name is Volkan
Demirel.
Bang. We're not interested in signing, but the Ipswich goalkeeper,
Is
Bartosz Bilowski, we'll call him the Bart man for short.
The Bart.
The Bart.
Yeah, the Bart.
Are you going to cringe then? Or? I thought you just got, oh, that's cringe.
Bit,
Is it cringe?
Fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's
Oh,
all good.
sorry.
Yeah.
So Bartosz Bilowski apparently confirmed by, and I'm only relying on again the news at Den. I've said this before. News at Den, Jake Sanders and Richard Cowley on Twitter. If any of them three say something, they're good sources, they're good Twitter accounts, and it's likely to happen. So I think we can almost definitely say he's going to be one of the goalkeepers coming in. Other transfer rumours, there's only been two. One I don't believe, and one is confirmed to be correct. The first one, who do you want to talk about first? Out of the two?
Jamal Lowe.
Jamal Lowe. Now this exciting one, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's decent.
Yeah.
I've actually seen Jamal Lowe play at Wembley this year against Sunderland in the auto windscreen, whatever it's fucking called now. But he's pacey, he's 24 years old, he can play left wing, he can play right wing.
Jesus.
He started out non-league, he used to be a PE teacher whilst playing in non-league. Yes, I've been on Wikipedia this morning and had a look. But now I don't know that we've bid for him. I don't know anything, and I wish I did, because I'll probably tell you and get in trouble. But no, as far as I know, allegedly we are interested in him. The problem we've got is Wigan are also interested in him, Bristol City are also interested in him, and West Brom. There's rumours going around we've bid 1.5 million for him, and so have Wigan. Again, but I don't know that to be true. That's just a rumour. And his club, Portsmouth, have come back and said you've got to be looking to double that. If that's true, then I think that's us out of the game straight away. I don't think we'll double that, and I think I mean, look, even if we did match him for 3 mil, no disrespect to us, can you see him picking Millwall over West Brom or Bristol City? Because I can't. No, I can't. Can you?
No.
So as lovely as that rumour is, and as much as I want that to be true,
Yeah.
I don't think it's good. I don't want to be doom and gloom, but I don't think Jamal Lowe will happen. Now, another transfer target that, again, the News at Den have confirmed that we are definitely interested. I think it was the News at Den? Or it might have been Richard Cowley. Matt Smith from QPR. How tall's Matt Smith?
6'6".
What does Neil Harris like to do?
Get tall strikers.
To
head the ball.
and play long ball.
Long ball, yeah.
So, Matt Smith apparently is a long-time target of Millwall. They were saying, once, he didn't want to come to us, so fuck him. That's not the way to look at things. You don't bite your nose off to spite your face. I don't know a great deal about Matt Smith. What I do know is, last season when there was talk of him coming, and then he got back into the QPR side, he did score a lot of goals. Again, I don't want to be doom and gloom. I'm not sure he's going to be the answer. And again, we need so many strikers. I think the only two you can ever rely on, if you've got Smith in, would be Smith and Bradshaw. At the minute. So I think you need another two on top of that.
Yeah.
If you can talk Aiden into staying, Aiden will be a bad option to come off and try and push for a forward. Forget Aiden left mid now, it's got to stop. So if Matt Smith does come, it's no guarantee he'll be first team. Oh, it will be first team. Sorry, there's no guarantee he'll start the matches. But it's not really a signing that I'm overly excited about. But at the same time, it's a player from the Championship. A tall player, an established player in the Championship. And listen, whether Harris gets Smith or not, I still think he's going to play the long ball. The long ball worked for us for a few years until Morrison ran out of legs, and then which changed that game a bit because Greg was having to do more running out of his areas. Something that you like, boy?
No, I was thinking of leaving back.
Oh, go then.
There.
There you go. Is that better for you?
Yeah.
Good boy. Sorry. So again, Matt Smith is not one I'm overly excited about, but at the same time, where else are you going to go? I've said this before. Tom Eaves is available on a free transfer. Rumours he's going to Charlton. Someone commented on Twitter and made a very good point. They said, why would you go for Matt Smith over Tom Eaves when Tom Eaves is a lot younger and scores more goals? Yes, it's in the League One, but listen, who knows? We're not after Tom Eaves, so this leaves Tom Eaves to one side. What we're definitely after is Matt Smith. So 6'6".
Yeah.
Can Smippy do the business for us?
Oh god. Yeah, I'd say he could definitely. I reckon just tall and clumsy in the box and that just.
Not like Tom Elliott.
No, but a lot taller, but a bit better. I'd say because I'd say he's got a bit more pace on him maybe.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's the thing. There have been comments saying he can play ball on the floor. So who knows? But that is all the transfer rumours done. Shit, bro. Let's move on to friendlies. Friendlies confirmed. Today the club confirmed a friendly, and it's the only friendly they've confirmed so far that Millwall fans have gone, enjoyed it. We have arranged, to play Real Sociedad. Social mum. Sorry, I had to use that joke on someone's name. Real Sociedad are agreed to play at Millwall in a friendly 2 p.m. kickoff on Saturday the 27th of July, and that's a big one. It's ages away, but you love a bit of La Liga, don't you?
Yeah.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah, I'm a beat Granada a few years ago.
We beat Granada, yeah, didn't we? 3-0. I think Tony Adams was the manager of Granada when we beat them, but we are playing.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that?
Tony Adams.
Yeah.
Oh, bad for your time. I'm saying Tony Adams, like and listen, I know a lot of children watch this. If you don't know who Tony Adams is, Tony Adams was a footballing legend, centre back for England and Arsenal, and he was a great player. But he couldn't keep Mark Kennedy at 9 o'clock in January '95. I was there.
I know him, I think.
Yeah, you know, he's done a bit of managing. So that is one friendly confirmed. We've also got 3 other friendlies confirmed, and you all moan like fuck when the club announced them. Who do you want to play in a friendly? Real Sociedad, so's your mum, or Man United? What are you expecting? You know, friendlies are friendlies. As long as they're local, I don't think it really matters. The one that was a bit random for me is the first one. We are playing Concord Rangers away on Saturday the 6th.
Really?
Exactly. Saturday the 6th. So I've got to stop laughing at my own jokes. That wasn't even rehearsed. We are playing Concord Rangers away on Saturday the 6th of July. And as Mini-Me rightly just said, sorry, just checking my dates. Who are they? I had to look it up. I didn't know.
Yeah,
they are in
Scottish?
No, they're in the National League South.
Oh.
And it's in Essex, and it's near Southend, and it's near Canvey Island. Now, who's up the road from there? Do you know?
Nope.
Our wonderful manager Neil Harris is in and around that area. So yeah, that's where he lives. So that's where he's from. So the gaffer just fancies a couple of local ones, because following Concord Rangers, we later on in the month, on the 24th of July, are away to Southend. That's on a Wednesday night.
Who's going to go to that?
Probably me and you.
Oh, okay.
Remember last time Southend away?
Oh, yeah.
That was shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's when you had your
What?
your Millwall YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Not your gaming one, your new one.
Yeah.
Which we'll get on to shortly.
Okay.
Yes, so listen, sorry, we've got Concord Rangers. Then after Concord Rangers, from the 12th to the 18th, I'm trying to read my own handwriting, of July, the players are going to a training camp in Portugal. 6 days in Portugal, and if they let it be open...
Did I do that last year?
Yeah, they do it every year. But what they do is, they do it, but then they don't really go and watch. So if anyone does watch from the club, well, I know the people from the club watch, 6 days in Portugal, any chance that you can plug me in here and we can come over and do a bit of filming? Because, well, I'm not going to slag them off. But listen, if it's, can't you just make it a bit open? I'll come over and cover the matches. You ain't got to talk to me. I'll just stand in the bushes and just get the cameras out. Sounded a bit weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'd love to go and cover it. If the club make it open to the public, I'll go and cover Portugal. I can't say fairer than that. Next year, I'm going to try and go every friendly, every league match and every away match as we strive to push this channel further and further. First of all, we've got to get to 10k, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yep.
After Portugal, we come back and we play Gillingham away on Sunday the 21st of July. That suits me. We can stand on the Grandad's that weekend.
Alright, sweet.
And then obviously,
Who is it again?
Gillingham.
Oh, Gillingham. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then 3 days after that, on Wednesday, we're at home. We're away to Southend. So far, we've got Portugal. We've got 3 away games: 1 in Kent, 2 in Essex, and a home game at the Den versus Real Sociedad. Right, just finally, before we wrap up and go to questions, sorry, I can see you all firing questions into me, and I'm not being rude. Try and hit the camera.
What if it falls off?
It won't.
Oh, I clipped it. I clipped
Clippage. The last thing I was going to talk about is written on that bit of paper. Okay, the football index. Now, if you're under 18 years of age, you can close your ears now. You don't need to listen to this. But the football index have come to us, and they want to do a little bit of work together. Let's not say a partnership, because I ain't that big yet. But they've basically come to me and they want to do a bit of work. Now, if you don't know what the football index is, it is a betting app. But what they've done is they've found a little niche market. You can't bet on football matches or you can't bet on first goal scorer. It's like a championship manager for adults. It's a stock market of players.
And it's real money.
It's real money. I've had the app before, haven't I? Lost the one. But anyway, so for example, I had bought stupidly Daniel Sturridge at like £1.21 a share when he went to West Brom. So I thought he might do well. For example, since this thing has started, Mo Salah's gone from like £2 a share at Roma up to about £9 a share. So you buy and sell players with real money, and then you can buy and sell players throughout the season. You know, so if you get up on a player, you can then yank your money out and you can bet on another player. So they offered me a deal, and they offered me commission, which I'm going to take, obviously, because this is the world we live in. But what I said was, give me a little bit less commission and cut you lot a deal. So what we're going to do is, when I'm ready to launch it, which will hopefully be next week at some point, if you sign up with our code, you're going to get a free bit of money to start betting with. So it's good. It's a good thing, because it ain't like, if you like a bet, if you're one of the older boys who are watching the channel, and you go in the bookies and do 200 quid in a flash of an eye like that, on a horse race or a football match. This is throughout the season. You can take your time. If you know your football, you'll definitely make money. That's why I didn't.
Yeah, but you do. But you might just pick the wrong
Yeah, mate. But listen, it's called Football Index. Look into it, but don't sign up yet, because I'm going to give you all a code, and then we can all have a nice little touch out of it. So that's something to look forward to. That is the.
That's better.
Is that better for you?
Yeah.
Just don't like to block your face. That's all. So now we're going to go to the questions. My trusty assistant is going to read them.
Yep. Well, I don't know if I'm trusty, but.
Well, so you're going to go.
Boom, 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 boom.
No, it's loads. Thanks for all the questions. There's loads and loads.
That's from the start.
So, yeah, you know what you do.
Yeah.
So if anyone says,
Okay.
Charlie Morgan, hello mate, how you doing?
But
Thanks for watching.
That's from the start, they're not like the recent.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It might be to do with players. It might be to do with anything. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
You can do some and I'll do some.
Right. Because the thing is, I ain't got my bins on. People always moan.
Where are you then?
Harry Lavelle Baker said, all right, boys. All right, Harold. Lucy Sarah says, hi. Aston Bolt, legend. What a great name that is.
Aston Bolt.
Is that the Aston 9? No, I don't think it is.
That's it.
Hello, Bazar. Barry Taylor. Hello, mate. Everyone's saying hello. Hello. Hi, Dana, Mini Me. Cheers, Ange. Under the Kosh. Oh, yes. How much of another one, the Under the Kosh boys. The Under the Kosh boys. I went, possible. I don't know if I mentioned this. I might have not mentioned it. I think I possibly did. I fucking only won on the wall, didn't I? I'm not sure I mentioned it. But not only winning the award, the best part about that night was meeting the Under the Kosh boys, their podcast. When I first watched their podcast, I watched it because Tony Warner was on it. Tony Warner sent me the link and went, I was on this podcast, what do you reckon? And I listened to it and I went back to him. I said, it's good, Tone. I said, but 3 northern voices, they all sound the same. 2 of them have got the same name. I didn't know what was going on. And Denzel's reply to me was, there's life outside the M23, there's life outside the M25, lad. And I went, yeah, fair enough. So I got on board with it, and it's the best podcast ever. They do blinding vlogs, they do wicked podcasts. And when I went to the awards night, they were sitting on the table next to me, and I was proper fanboying on them. To the point now, I speak to them on Twitter, and I think like they're like my heroes. And they did a podcast. You get the chance to watch it with an ex-player, Leon Knight. His head ain't right, but it's a brilliant podcast. It's on YouTube, Under the Kosh. So there you go, there's their shout out. I forgot which channel I was on there. Thought I was promoting theirs. Right, let's have some
Amsterdam, hello.
I know that is, that's Charles Stallworthy, yeah. There's a lot of hello. Sorry, we're going to get to the... Peter Davis says, Harris out now.
Ooh, that's harsh, you know. I don't know.
I think it's harsh. Look, we know this season hasn't been great. And at the end of this season, what it should have been a celebration. When we beat Bristol City, it should have been a celebration. But it wasn't. You know, the last game at Bristol City at home, everyone was, moody and pissed off of it. But we stayed up. It was another successful season. I think the reasons for that was twofold. The first, because we overachieved in the first season back in the Championship, and we finished 8th. And second is because just how bad the performances have been this year. And I know we've ground it out, and I know we've got the job done, but we was in freefall towards the end, I felt, and You know, we weren't winning many games. Yes, we're difficult to break down and we don't concede many. We do keep a few clean sheets, but just the lack of ideas and creativeness going forward was getting people at the end of their tether with the gaffer. But that season's gone. Look at it on paper, as I said before. First full season as manager, got us to a playoff final, lost to Barnsley. That's not easy to do, first season back in League One. We know before, we've been down and ended up staying there 6-7 years. Second full season, we went up in the playoffs, got promoted, and we got to an FA Cup quarter-final. Very successful season. Third full season, our first season back, tipped to go down, one of the smallest budgets in the league, and we come 8th. We won a 17-game unbeaten run. We was phenomenal. We nearly made the playoffs. I think 2 games short. I think we couldn't even made it on the last day for lack of a ridiculous goal difference. Now looking at this season, we was a Dave Martin catch away from an FA Cup semi-final after having knocked out Everton, one of the greatest performances I've ever seen at the Den. Greatest performance you ever seen at the Den?
Yeah.
On your birthday as well?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
No, day before.
Day before.
But still, it was
Birthday
a
weekend.
Present. Yeah.
Should have done the fucking lottery that weekend. Who else have you beat along the way in that Wimbledon no shit? But we done well against Brighton for a long time, and then we've survived in the Championship. So on paper, Neil Harris has had four very successful, couldn't say very enough there, could I? Seasons as our manager. So when you look at it on paper, yes, he deserves the chance, but he's going to spend money. He's told the board he wants money. That's the worrying thing.
We don't have enough, because like all the players are just going up and up and up.
Yeah, that's true. But is he going to fucking go and sign a Yuri Skalak or a Ryan Leonard? Well, again, you know, that's the worry. But Harris out now. No, 10 games into the season, if we're rock bottom, then it could be time to say the magic words, unfortunately.
Let's look at some more questions. Go all the way down.
Go all the way down, yeah?
All the way down.
Right, all the way down. Do you want to read out some questions?
Yeah, okay, I'll read out
Right.
some.
No, that's all the way down. Oh, no, loads. There's people in here having lots of discussions. Henry Salter, good name. Is Lee Gregory still at Lions? No. Lee Gregory has left the club.
Ages ago.
Yeah, his contract expired and he's off. Just see him, just got married actually. I saw on his Instagram, or Ben Thompson's Instagram.
Both.
Yeah, he got married to his missus, the lucky bitch. But
Wow.
there you go. What else we got?
Strong words.
There's a lot of people on here
Yeah.
just basically arguing about Harrison and Harris out, and it is definitely a talking point. Obviously, we don't have a team. Not a good time to get a new manager. Listen, there's a lot of people panicking about us getting a team, and it's early days. What you've got is the season's ended. A lot of the players' contracts didn't run out until I think the 1st of July, so they're still under contract. So they'll be talking and trying to do deals. Players on holiday, obviously some players on international. So Conor McLaughlin's out in Estonia for Northern Ireland. Fergie's probably part of that squad as well. I don't think AOB made the Republic of Ireland squad, but anyway.
Did he not?
No, and then players will go on holiday, milk a couple of holidays. You see it on Instagram all the time, and then I think next week you'll start to see some movement. I think that's when you'll start seeing some transfer dealings done. But yeah, we haven't got a team for now, but we don't need one. We ain't got a game for fuck knows how long. It's over July, it's over what? It's like only 7 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, a month.
See, he'll have a beard within 7 weeks. That's how long ago that is. Did Lee Gregory sign for Stoke City? He hasn't signed for anyone, as we know. But again, another Twitter page that I follow, something Aldo, the guy's name is, and he's usually bang on as well. He knows his carrots or his onions, whatever the saying is. But he's saying that Gregory's likely to go to Stoke. That's, for me, I think that's about right for him. They'll have a little go next year, Stoke, after their failures this year. Joseph Wilson, do you think we could play a 3-5-2?
Yeah, I reckon we could.
I think we've got the players to do it.
But Harris doesn't like playing attacking, does he? He just likes like holding back and midfield and just.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. You're spot on. Yes, we could play.
Offense, but his football's just a bit boring. There's no.
Well, actually, on that subject, you've actually stopped coming as much this year
Yeah.
because you finally bought, like, you're finally getting the ump with just watching.
Yeah, because it's
Didn't you?
annoying.
So even as young as, you know, no, not patronising him, as young as the kids even can see it, and he ain't been coming to a lot of games. You went to League One. You nearly come every away game as well. But he's just lost a bit of heart of it at the minute, and a lot of people feel the same. Can we play a 3-5-2? Excuse me.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, it does. That was what I just said. Yes, we could play a 3-5-2. At the minute, we've currently got 3 good, very centre halves at the club, in my opinion. Sean Hutchinson, Jake Cooper, and Alex Pearce. Yeah, Alex Pearce. Is that Alex Pearce? Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, because I called him Tom Pearce the other week, and I don't know who that was. Someone said it's someone out of Only Way as Essex. Don't watch that shit. So 3 centre halves could work with those 3. Marlon Romeo and Shane Ferguson will be much better players in that system of 3-5-2. Do you agree with me, everyone? Because that's what I think. And don't touch my trophy ever. Sorry. So, listen, as it stands, you stick a goalkeeper in goal, right? You put Marlon Romeo right wing back, you stick Shane Ferguson left wing back, you put Jake Cooper, Sean Hutchinson, and Alex Pearce. We don't need to sign any defenders, because what you've also got is you've got Danny Mack coming into the fold now, and then you've got Murray Wallace that can play centre back or left back. So for me, again, would have liked to have kept Conor McLaughlin, but that's out of his hands, and the man wants to play football, so you can't knock him for that. We've got the basis there of a good, stick a good, decent goalkeeper in behind that 5. Then you're in business. Then you'll have 3 centre midfielders, one of which will be Ben Thompson. I like Sean Williams, but to me, next season especially, he's pushing towards a squad player. Ryan Leonard I can't stand, but we're never going to get rid of him as long as he's got no on his arse, because the manager played a lot of dough for him and has been tracking him for years, and he'll be stubborn and won't bite the bullet. So I think with Ben Thompson, you're going to need 2 central midfielders. One holding, and one ball winner, and one to do the distribution. I can suffer Williams in there. I still think Williams is a good player on the ball, and I think he will work definitely in a central midfield 3. Then up front, bring on a Bradshaw. I'm backing the boy every day. Really loves his missus, Tom Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Really loves his missus. Fair play. Fair play to him. Never met anyone. No, I've never met him. Never seen anyone that's praised their missus so much online. Like, I love her. She's the greatest and all that, which is, it's nice. Well done. But he's settled in the area then, definitely, because this is where he wants to be. So hopefully when he comes back, he's going to bang a few goals in. We need someone to play up front with him. I've got a feeling that could be Matt Smith. So naming that team there, it's not bad. I still think, that won't happen and Harris won't play 3-5-2, which in a way, he's not doing the best with what he's got, because what I've just named is fucking good. I think it's a very good, but he won't do that. He'll play a 4-4-2 and sometimes he'll play a 4-5-1, I think. I think we'll try and get Matt Smith, and you ain't going to want to hear this, a lot of you. I think we're going to get Matt Smith and Bradshaw and we're going to go back to a 4-4-2. Yeah. Predominantly play that. I think the reason we had to stop playing it was because we couldn't get anyone to play up front with Gregory, because Morrison's gone, Elliott's just... I know Brian don't get his chance to start.
Okay. And there's something I want to talk about, which is the new kit. What do you guys reckon the colours will be? Because I love new kits and stuff like that.
Well done. There you go. Go on, you take over for a minute then. Don't worry about me.
So
I'll have a drop of Murloc.
Fair enough. What do you guys think the colours will be? Because I want to... Because when we were in League One and we got promoted, it was like... shut up, weirdo. And then it was like navy and white stripes, and you like that kit, don't you? Right. Yeah, that one.
This is, for me, other than the Fairview Homes kit that went across, that is one of my favourite ever meal kits. Love it. Yeah. Love it. What about you?
My favourite one, is probably that one, or like one of our blue ones from the 90s when I wasn't even nowhere near born. But that's my favourite colour. So but I didn't really like last season's 3rd kit, but I sort of wanna, because it was orange. But the one before that, that's my favourite kit.
Which one?
Definitely the black and gold one.
The black and gold
that
one.
was my favourite kit.
Last season, I always obviously buy him and his brother the kit in the summer. This season just gone. You didn't even want the home kit, did you?
Not really.
I bought you the away kit, which we hardly ever wore, which was just as well, because we went to Blackburn away, stayed overnight, and left it in the hotel room. Yeah. Week after I bought it. Oh, hang on, it might be his fault. What?
Because I took it off.
Oh, because you took it off?
Yeah.
Well, what did you do after you took it off?
Well, I don't know. It was on the floor, and then they must have took it.
No, we left the hotel before they took it.
Yeah, no, but then like the cleaners must have took it or something.
Yeah, 4 hours after we left.
Yeah.
So why did you not, when we left, pick it up and think, where's my
Well,
shirt?
I don't know. Stop bullying me.
Anyway, kits, yes, so we know Husky Chocolate's going to be our kit sponsor.
Yeah. Who should we bring in? What happened about the chocolate?
Trevor Millwall Davis. Hello,
Yeah,
Trev.
The chocolate.
The chocolate. He's not calling you chocolate, Trev. He's talking about the chocolate company. But hello, Trevor. I know you are, mate. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, royal blue. Yeah, stripe.
Yeah, apparently, again, rumours only. Husky Chocolate is definitely going to be our sponsor
That's a nice kit.
next season. I'm hearing it's going to be blue, like the Dundee blue we're used to, with white sleeves. I'm also hearing the third kit is going to be red.
Ooh, red.
Yeah, I don't remember us having the last time I remember us having a red away kit.
Wasn't it? When we played Chelsea?
95, yeah, that was in the FA Cup, 95.
Oh, I know that.
But because I probably make you watch it all the time.
Skills.
When was the other one? Oh, but even before that, I think it was when we didn't have a sponsor, we just had the Spall. Was that right? Someone will help me out there online. But yeah, that's also another kit. Red. So apparently the third kit's going to be red. And we're going to have Husky Chocolate as our sponsor, and the blue. The blue with the navy, I imagine. So the blue with the navy, I imagine it's going to be like the Wallace Teagan kit. Sorry, the blue with the navy? The blue with the white sleeves.
Yeah,
When we got to the final against Barnsley, it didn't go up that year.
Yeah, but that was too dark. I didn't.
You didn't like
Yeah,
it?
it was alright.
I don't like it. I don't like blue with the navy. I don't like that blue. Why don't you say blue with the navy? I don't like the blue with the white sleeves. It ain't for me. But listen, you'll never please everyone with a kit.
Yeah,
Who noticed?
The good thing is with that one as well, it's like gold outline and that. Is that my one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, that had nowhere near fit me now.
No, it wasn't yours.
Oh, was it not?
No, it's one Harry Smith.
Sign.
Harry Smith signed out to you. Harry Smith moved to Northampton, by the way.
Yeah.
As this one, on the subject of transfers, ex-Millwall player Noah Chesmain, who
Signed for Maidstone United.
signed for Maidstone United. He's buzzing because they're like our non-league team, aren't they?
Yeah.
But Maidstone United have just been relegated out of the National League, gone into the National League South. Because my parents live down that way, so sometimes if there ain't, if it's an international break and there's no Millwall, we go and watch Maidstone, don't we? Or midweek, sometimes we pop down there. But Noah Chesmain has signed for Maidstone United. He left Millwall, went to Colchester. Didn't get my mate plays for Colchester. I said, "What's he like?" He said, "They kind of getting like the reserves, 23." So I thought Noah Chesmain, in my opinion, was going to be a very good player at Millwall. If you look back at some of my old videos, I'm calling for him to start games.
Yeah, same. He was good.
So that's
We liked him. Didn't we?
yeah. Something surprised me. Maybe he just had a fall from grace, or maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Which begs the question:
He went to Colchester.
why are you watching this show? Huh?
He went to Colchester.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What the hell? Right, anything else? Oh, okay, man, Husky Chocolate. Remember Captain Morgan's one in red, Bill? Yeah, Bill,
Yeah,
I know
that's
you.
what I
Yeah, that's what Henry said. CYC sponsored us, red and black stripes. Yeah, you're right.
There's a
Picture of Harris
wearing that.
and Gary
Oh,
Alexander.
there's a picture of me wearing that, isn't there?
The CYC, the blue, not the red. The royal was red. That was when he was about. Okay, it's Venom. Hello, mate. Regular contributor to the channel. Before I answer your question, it's Venom, because I keep forgetting. You probably can't see it on the table, but on the table is all this stuff
Oh yeah.
that is
Ooh.
giving away when we reach 10,000 subscribers. There's footballs.
You want some of this? Subscribe.
Oh, I didn't pull it off. A lot of people asking about this bad boy. So basically, a lot of people want me to give this away. For someone, if you want me to sign it, I'll sign it. I don't know why, a lot of people ask me to sign stuff sometimes. Makes me feel quite big time, so if you want that done, not a problem. But
9th of December 2007.
so I'm going to put the link to Mini-Me's channel. Okay. If you subscribe to his channel now, we're going to pick one person that subscribes to his channel, go onto his most recent video and put subscribe
Subscribe.
in the comments
In the
of
comments.
his most recent video
Yeah.
on his YouTube. Do it now. Do it
Yeah.
right now, because at the end of this show,
We'll check.
he's going to check. We're
Yeah.
going to pick someone.
No,
and we're gonna,
I'm gonna pick the winner.
he's going to pick
Yeah.
a winner,
I'm gonna pick
and we're going to give something away tonight to that person.
Tonight.
So what's your channel called?
Henners. HENERRZ with a capital H.
Capital H-E-N.
ERRZ.
Go on his YouTube channel. He's past 100 subscribers, so he's over the moon.
And I'm on the 8th episode of my player career.
He's done a player career mode of Northampton.
Yeah, I've scored some absolute worldies, so you've got to go check them out.
He's only scored some Bernard Langers. Right.
What?
Getting back to It's Venom. So subscribe now. Go and get your phone, and we're gonna pick 3 items off this table, and whoever subscribed to his channel, put in the comments of his most recent video, subscribe, and he's going to pick it, and we'll give it away at the end of this show to someone. In the meantime, a good question. Go on.
Can I take this off that then?
Yeah. A good question from It's Venom is: should we have got rid of Tunnicliffe? Now that was one that divided a lot of opinion at the club. I wasn't a massive Tunnicliffe fan, but I was getting more used to him towards the end. Again, going back to someone saying about a 3-5-2, Tunnicliffe would have been better in a 3-5-2. 4-4-2, he's too similar to Leonard, and they can't play together. They cannot play together. Don't choose it yet. Wait.
I know. There's 5 people already. Wow.
He's buzzing. So, listen. So with Tunnicliffe, I would have rather kept Tunnicliffe than Leonard, and I think that Tunnicliffe has been the sacrifice for Leonard because they both can't stay at the club. They're too similar, and both of them not the best in my opinion. Tunnicliffe especially. But if you had a midfield 3 of Thompson and Tunnicliffe, and then paid a couple or 3 million for a really good centre midfielder, you could almost live with that. A lot of people like Tunnicliffe. The distribution is good. He just doesn't do enough for me as a meal.
He scored a goal, didn't he?
He scored an overhead kick, didn't he? He scored a couple of goals last year.
The one outside the box and the keeper. But that was the Express Brom, wasn't it?
Yeah, parried it in. Yeah, good shout. So I don't. Looking back now, if someone says, "Look, you can have Tunnicliffe back, but Leonard's got to do one," all day long I'd do that. But Tunnicliffe was unlucky, really, if I'll be honest, because he took the hit for Leonard being bad, but also Leonard being, our biggest sign of all time, and the manager praising him, saying, "I've been tracking him for years. He's the man we want." We know Harris is stubborn. Harris ain't going to bite the bullet and go, "Listen, I fucked up. Shouldn't have bought this clown. He's not good enough for this standard of football." So yeah, Tunnicliffe was unlucky in my opinion, mate. Good question. And if I could swap him tomorrow for Ryan Leonard, I'm 100%
Go to the bottom.
doing it.
Just press the arrow. Ooh.
Whoa, easy, bruv. There's a lot of people having a pop at each other here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, someone's put Henry's thing in. Well done. That is the bottom.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of people, and they're not asking questions. They're just venting. Modern Mickey says Tunnicliffe leaving was a big mistake. Well, we just covered that up. I'm not saying it's a big mistake, but he says Keita.
I know.
He's a Charlton fan, by the bit. Right, thoughts on Dave Martin leaving? We've covered that. Ricky Murray, if you want 10k, get my old man on here. Pat Murray played Nicky Pearce. I've been trying to get in touch with him. Mate, and I think I reached out to him on Twitter, and he didn't come back to me. But I'd love to get him on. So if you can DM me on Twitter,
DMs, slide into them DMs.
Slide into them DMs.
Yep.
If someone wouldn't mind, if you wouldn't mind getting in touch with me through Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, I'd love to have your old man on. I'd say I've actually tried once before, and I think I got in touch with someone who represents him at the time. I think he was doing a tour out in Benidorm or something like that. But we're always on this subject, striving to get more people in. We're always striving to get people in for Lions Lounges. We've got Alan Dorney lined up for our documentary, which I haven't started filming yet, but I plan to do in the next couple of weeks. I've also got a very, very big YouTuber, who is a Millwall fan, and I won't name, in case it doesn't come off. But you was buzzing your tits off when you found out, big boy, weren't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully get a Lions Lounge in. I'm going to get some new equipment for the new season. I want to do a podcast where you can also watch it like a show like this. Get some guests on. Should be good. The back ball's gone, as you've seen. So I stuck that flag up for a minute. Someone said I've got any of these spare. No, I paid £185 for that.
People are saying that there's a Man City rumour, apparently.
The Man City rumour is, last year we sold a young...
Ex-Mikul and Josh Hobbs. Oh yeah, I remember that.
We sold a youngster to Man City. Now there's another one that Chelsea and Man City are trying to get off us. Let's be honest, they want him. It ain't going to be hard to bribe him away from Millwall, is it? But yeah, on the subject, the back ball's gone. We've got one space left to get on that backboard for next season.
Okay.
So,
Put in his email.
cheers, mate. Ricky, cheers, Ricky. I'll email you, mate. We'll have a chat, and if I get your old man on, that'd be absolutely blinding. Can you bring Jev on with him, and we'll go down by the Riverside Club. Any other questions?
How's the snooker? Mitchell Smith said.
You've done that to dig me out, haven't you? Because you know,
No, he said.
no, you know how the snooker went. You had all the questions, and you answered that one. So I played my mate Phil the Power.
He lost and he gave it a billion.
The Power's absolutely buried me. He's probably watching this. So well done, Phil. I don't know how you beat me 5 frames to 1. Because it was 1-1 when the third frame went to a black ball game. I'm going to blame that light, mate, that kept buzzing. I don't know, but I'm going to get myself a cue. Listen, look what happened to Joshua. All the big dogs lose. It's about the comeback. That's what it's about.
Rumours was the big dog.
So, Tuesday, yes, my snooker career was going well. I beat my mate Chris. I beat 8 days. I beat everyone, actually. And then I've been...
2 people, but go on. Yeah.
I've been found out by Phil the Power. We'll play for. I can't say away from you. You're a pot merchant. You just get potting balls. That's the name of the game. Any other meal-related questions? How long have we been on this thing?
46 minutes.
We've been on 46 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope we haven't been.
Yeah.
We've been more having just a chat between each other. Well, we've got the cameras on, but that's all right. Last 15 minutes. Questions. Fire me and Mini Me's going to read your name out and do shout-outs if you want. Not too many though.
Yeah.
And
I'll do shout outs, guys.
No, but questions as well.
Yeah, some questions.
Give me a question to answer, and in between you can shout things out.
It says, are you going to do the fan cams in different places next season?
Good question, mate. I like this kid. Is that the kid we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
That's the kid that...
Jay.
Jay Berber. Is that his friend?
Jay.
Jay, hello, mate. That's a good question. What we are planning to do next season is get a second camera, a second microphone, a complete second setup, and I'll stay where I am because I'm at home now. We're going to stick Kieran or one of the other boys from Lions TV, probably Kieran because he's my right hand man. He's me apprentice, and you're already apprentice.
Am I?
Well, I've told you a million times. I'm getting too fat, old, and bald to keep doing and presenting. So if you get your arse in gear and learn how to edit and stuff.
Yeah, but that's hard.
Oh, let's not do it then.
Oh, what do you mean? Why are you having a pop?
No, I'm not going to pop you up. I'm saying you're the heir to the throne. Look,
Yeah, I know.
you're Jon Snow. Yeah.
What? No.
Anyway,
No.
yes, we are going to get another camera out on the other gate next year. We're going to really push it. I'll try and push it more than I already do. When the season's on, I'm literally 7 days a week. I'm doing Lions TV, or I'm with my kids. I don't do anything else. I'm literally like an animal on it,
That's
16 hours a day.
actually true as well.
I don't put the laptop down, do I? I'm just constantly doing things. So I'll push it in more ways if I can, physically, but I'm going to be doing it full time next year. So I'm going to be on it every single day. And we are going to get a second camera set up out by the main gate, out by the club shop, out by the Millwall Cafe, so we can get double interviews. You know, some people as well, we want to meet new characters. We're always trying to get more and more fans on board. So good question, mate. The answer to that is yes, we're going for another presenter next year. And listen, as I've said, if people want to send predictions, if you're any good, you know, I'll use them on the channel. It's all about fans. For a long time, it's just me. Now we need to get to the stage where even I'm bored and listening to myself. So we need fan opinions. This is a club. We're all fans of the club, and we need as many people giving their opinions, whether people like it or not. We're all entitled to that. That's the glory of YouTube.
Opinions. Luke Anderson said, "What league finish next season do you see us as a success?"
It's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
It's a tough one because we don't know the team we're going to have. So we could not get anyone, have Tom Elliott up front and Ryan Leonard in midfield, and then I'll say to you, we're absolutely banging trouble. But we could go out in the next couple of weeks, we could get this Ipswich keeper, we could get Matt Smith, and we could proper go for it. So, we could buy a couple of players, and you could look back and, end of July and go, we got half a chance here. But I'm going to go for, I think we'll survive again next year. I think we'll survive. As things stand, looking at what we've got now, we'll survive. I'll say 12th to 15th. But it's tough to call because at the minute...
Someone said 21st.
21st, that'll do. That'll do. I know you don't want it, but look back on last season. Yes, we finished 21st. As I said, we beat Everton in the Cup. Brighton at the Den was a great day out. Leeds away, I know we lost. I know it personally wasn't there, but that's another good day. Give me some other good days, I'm thinking, from away games we won last year. No, that was sorry. I meant to mean last season. Sheffield United away last year, one of the best away games I've ever been. So you still, if we do finish 21st, you'll still get good points come out of the season. What do you think finish wise for us next season?
I'd be happy with 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
16th is good because if you see, that's still 8 from the bottom. That's 8 teams in the table. That's good.
The thing is now, as well, every year you survive. Every year you survive. It's a little bit, you know, what they get in Premiership terms, money wise, the clubs. The Championship now, most of the games are on telly, or pretty much all the games are on telly. It's big business. You survive. It's another year you're established. It's another year. It becomes harder for you to get relegated the following season.
Someone said they'll be happy with first.
Yeah, at first will be alright, won't it? Millwall win the Prem though.
It's average.
Would you like to see us in the Prem?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
Got Man U away and
Yeah, Man U away, Man City away.
Chelsea.
Do you know, the funny thing is, and I said this before, we, if you look back, I know they're FA Cup matches, I know they're one-off games, but if you look back at our record over the last 3 seasons under Harris against Premiership opposition, we do alright in the Prem. Beat Watford, beat Leicester when they were the champions of England, beat Bournemouth.
Watford. Did you just say Watford?
Yeah, that was the year we beat Watford, Bournemouth, and Leicester, and then lost to Spurs. Last season, beat Everton.
Yeah.
We're beating Brighton 2-0 until the 86th minute. So I do think we do all right.
Yeah.
So for one season, then the second season we probably get relegated. But I think, can we ever get to the Prem? Listen, if this Husky Chocolate come in and there's rumours they want to buy the club, and again I don't know that to be facts, and I'm sorry to keep saying that and being a little bit of a melt, but I have to cover myself these days. I can't get in trouble with the club, so I don't know anything. But I mean, I heard a rumour Husky Chocolate have got a lot of money. They backed McLaren last year in F1.
McLaren?
They backed McLaren in F1.
Really?
Yeah, the geezer's got billions, a Swedish billionaire. So, I wonder if he invented like in meatballs.
PSG owners buying Leeds apparently. Like really.
Listen, PSG owners could buy Leeds. They could put the PSG team
They
in
could buy 'em by
with
four.
Lionel Messi, with Cristiano Ronaldo, and still Leeds would manage to fuck it up. So it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the subject of Ronaldo, I know it's straying from a bit. Ronaldo, honestly, and I'm going to put a video out on our second channel, Calcio. Don't be afraid to
guys,
subscribe to that, by the way.
Camera's frozen. Apparently, go on, you check. A few people are saying it's frozen. Is it?
Has that started again?
No, it's been like that since it started.
All good now, yeah. Sorry. Cheers, Bill. Sorry, we're streaming through my phone and a notification popped up which made the stream. Might do on our second channel. Obviously, we've got a second channel, Calcio, which I started for all football. It started as a championship channel, and I thought, why limit myself to that? Because I want to go and do vlogs all over Europe, all over the world, finishing with Buenos Aires, Boca Juniors versus River Plate. Want to go there. Want to go Porto, do Porto Benfica. Want to do the Old Firm. Want to do all those. But what I'm going to do is I want to do a Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's better.
Ronaldo's better. Well, give away the ending straight away. But yeah, I agree.
Ronaldo is 100%.
So what do you all think? Messi or Ronaldo? Just for a little bit of fun. I know it's nothing to do with Millwall. Messi or Ronaldo?
What do you mean?
Sonny Martin said, would I pay more than 2 million for Jamal Lowe?
Oh, no.
No.
Everyone's saying Messi, no, go away.
Oh, sorry, he's talking about. Would I pay more than 2 million for Jamal Lowe?
Oh, I'm out.
If we had,
They were saying Messi.
if we had it, then definitely I would. But again, you know, I think anyone we do sign of any significance, look, we paid 1.5 million for Ryan Leonard, and he's shit. So we're gonna have to up our budget. I strongly believe in this summer we will break our transfer record again. But there seems to be a curse that comes with that, so it does worry me. But 2 million for Jamal Lowe, I'd pay it. I would pay it. Again, I'm still not sure. I think he's right-footed. He's fucking lightning quick, which is something we haven't got. But what you'll end up doing if we do sign Jamal Lowe is you'll end up with Jed or Jamal Lowe on the left again, which for me doesn't really work. I'd like to see Jed through the middle with Tomo, but then he's had two attacking with them two going through the middle. And then Jamal Lowe on the right. But there's options there. Listen, for me, Jamal Lowe is I know he's League One at the minute, but he's a better standard of player that we've chased and secured previously, in my opinion. You know, still to this day, our players are all on sort of a level, I'd say. Our whole team. I would say our three best players, I'll let you go first. From last season, like, and in general,
Yeah.
who would you say is our three? You can't count Thompson because he's on loan.
Oh.
All right, now count Thompson then.
Okay.
Who's our three players? If you pick three players and you could go, yeah, they could go on to better things.
Thompson, Wallace, and Gregory, but Gregory's getting on a bit, so maybe Cooper.
It's exactly, literally, words come out of my mouth. Thompson, Wallace, and Cooper are our three best players. But Gregory was, but obviously he's left now, so let's discard him. And Marlon Romeo. But even, you know, Romeo's good for our level, but if any of our players you could think, yeah, he could come and play at a high level, I'd regard them three in that bracket, and I'd also put Jamal Lowe in that bracket. I think, yeah, do you know what, it's actually a lot better than what we've currently got. You know, no disrespect to Fred, he's not going to play anymore. If you think you've got like Fred or AOB as left and right wingers in our squad, to take them two out and put Jamal Lowe in, it's improving you again, isn't it? Huh?
What? I didn't say anything.
It's Venom. Happy birthday, mate, for yesterday. There's your shout out. Check out his YouTube channel as well. I think he's still doing it. See the couple. We watched a couple of his videos. They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah, Wallace. Danny Revel says Wallace, Thompson, Cooper. Any other questions? I'll tell you what. What about Archer? Bill, come on, mate. Jordan Archer. I don't want to go on about him. Promised myself I wouldn't. But I'm fascinated to see where he goes and what happens to him next, because I just think I think it's comical with him, and I couldn't believe what I was watching. Just do me a favour quickly.
Yeah.
Find that guy's email address, because we have to write it down. Right, we are in the last 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go in the live streamage. What do you want to know? It's quite tiring, this.
Tiring? Only talking. Just don't talk so much then.
Oh, that'd be interesting for him. Hello, Henry Salt, how you doing? What is it?
Murray.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Is it all lower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At gmail.com.
Sweet. Right, boys and girls.
Sweet bro.
Sweet geez. Shall we wrap it there?
Wait. Sweet.
Sweet. Sorry, we're just talking amongst ourselves now, so we probably should try and wrap it there. I hope you've enjoyed the live show.
Oh! Video giveaway.
Wow.
We've missed it.
We haven't missed it, we still do it. Right, we're going to give some stuff away.
Okay.
Do you know,
right.
you know what you could give away?
What? One of them. One of them boys.
Right. Or you can give away one of them. I'll tell you what, look. I'll give away one photo now. It's Paul Robinson signed photo. Ian Dawes signed photo. Terry Erlock and John Barnes. But it's been signed by John Barnes. Which one do you want to give him?
Wow. Hang on. Let's see what this.
Comments. What show should we give away?
What one? Show 'em again. Show 'em again.
Paul Robinson, signed by the man himself when we did a Lions Lounge. Ian Dawes, signed by the man himself. Big shout out to Faye and Stewie Dawes, legends themselves, like their dad. And this one, I sent them up to Liverpool, and Tony Warner got John Barnes to sign them. So we're going to give one photo away now. Come be quick.
Everyone is saying Robbo, which is
The Robbo, right.
Robinson.
There you go. This is if you're subscribing to his YouTube channel, yeah?
Uh-huh.
He's going to pick someone now. It's Henners, yeah? H, capital H.
Hennerz.
Go and subscribe. Go in his most recent video. Just comment, subscribed. And we're going to pick one person right now. You're going to get that. Right, well, I'll tell you what else. Should we give him one of them? Right, these. Well, they can have one. Some people saying he's only been going a year. These are my dead granddad's Millwall. I don't know what I'm saying the dead bit. Get a bit of sympathy. These are my dead granddads. Millwall programmes. They're from the 50s and from the 60s. So there you go. Let's have a look quick through. Millwall versus Crewe Alexandra.
November 28th, 1959.
November the 28th, 1959. That is a legitimate Millwall programme from 1959. 3 generations of Goodwins there. That's me, I'm Goodwin.
And me.
Sorry, Annie. Yeah, forgot about it. It's all about me, it's my channel. Right, so that's that. And we're also going to throw in this book. This book was, I think, written by Nick Hart, who does the Actung Millwall podcast. Good old Nick. He's a legend. So I bought one of these when he was doing like wanted to sell them for a good cause. So you're going to get that. You're going to get a programme from 1959. And you're going to get a signed Paul Robinson photo. Pick your winner.
Hang on. I need to look on my phone, don't I?
Well, look at it then if you want.
People are saying that we need to put in a link.
I can't put a link.
Oh, It's Venom has done it for
Yeah.
us.
He's yeah.
Good old It's
Hang on.
Venom. Oh, new subscriber.
Right, It's Venom's just put up the link. Good boy, It's Venom, because you didn't have to do that because you just give yourself less of a chance of winning. But well done, mate. I'll send you something anyway for that. Right, yeah, Ricky Murray.
30 people.
Ricky Murray, if you get your old man on my channel, mate, you can have anything you want on this table.
Wow, there's a lot of people.
But they commented.
All of them. There's 30 people.
Oh, it's tough. This is horrible, this bit. It's where you've got to choose one.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, we've gone over an hour now, so...
Yeah, hour and one.
Right, I'll answer 2 more questions.
And then...
Give you a chance to quickly do that.
Yeah.
All Night Mike says, do we like any Scottish teams? Yes, we do. We was discussing this, I think, the other day.
What?
Scottish teams about Celtic and Rangers.
Yeah, they should be in our league.
They should be in that. It would be good. I don't understand why Cardiff can be in the Premier League and Swansea can, but the better teams, I think, of Everton, Rangers and Celtic can't. So, as a kid, I didn't understand all the politics behind it. I like Celtics, I just like their kit and like their name. But growing up now, obviously, and knowing what we know, won't go too deep into it because I'm not religious and all that stuff. But yeah, Rangers are Millwall loyal. We get a lot of Millwall fans that support Rangers and a lot of Rangers fans that support Millwall. So we like to keep our eye out. Not really keep our eye out. I'm a huge admirer of Stephen Gerrard as well. Love the man. He was probably one of my all-time heroes. So good to see him up there and doing well. So yeah, Rangers will probably be my Scottish team, to be honest with you, if I had to pick one. Scott Sinclair's contract has been terminated, I think. Jog my memory, who does he even play for now?
Celtic.
He's up there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Sinclair is out of contract. I see a lot of people saying a lot of players are out of contracts, but the problem you've got is, I can't remember who the other people were, the players. It's the wages these players are going to want. Ridiculous wages flying about. And I don't think, I think we've got a structure in place where we won't break a certain amount of wages. So these ex-big players, so to speak, I don't think you'll see it happen. Scott Sinclair again. Could he do a job and keep us in the division for another year? Maybe. I haven't seen him play in a long time, to be honest, since he left Swansea. I think then he went to Man City and never really kicked a ball. So I think youth is the future for us.
Youth is the future for everyone now, isn't it?
Yeah, but
there's a lot of youngsters coming in.
There is a lot, and I'd like to see Billy Mitchell and George Alexander involved at some point next season. Especially as well, I'd like to see George go out on loan because I think he needs some games under his belt and some goals. Billy Mitchell, I think's ready.
Yeah.
Billy Mitchell's got an absolute wand. When I see him at Wigan, he just didn't look out of his depth at all. He looked more than comfortable. So it'd be good to see him get on the bench at points next season instead of wasting a fucking substitute on Elliott. Even if you don't play it, it'd be good for these youngsters to be in and around the first team. Right, that's your chance to So you're going to pick a winner.
Yeah.
You're going to get this book, I Left My Heart on Coldblow Lane, the 2018 annual. Maybe not the greatest price, but there you go. I like to do things in threes, like marriages. Millwall versus Crewe Alexandra, Saturday, November the 28th, 1959. Full programme from that day, real, certified. That was my granddad's. And this is signed. Best wishes, Paul Robinson. I don't know if you can see that, but Robbo did that when I did a Lions Lounge with him. Of course, this has all come from this table, which is the Lions TV 10k giveaway. Not giving that away though, don't care if I mentioned it. At 10,000 subscribers, we are nearly there. I will give away everything on this table and more. I'm currently speaking to a guy on Instagram that's agreed to do some artwork for me. And it's going to be, you know, our logo with some YouTube logos all jumbled up. And a Lions TV sort of 10,000 sort of poster sort of thing. And I'm going to give about 20, 30 of them away as well. So please subscribe to my channel because we are nearly at 10k. I'm desperate to see it.
I'm thinking one of these two or three. What one?
Not Ian because I think that's waffle.
Mm-hmm.
That's good because he's watched.
Yeah.
And that's, I just like that. It's, you know, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's a little bit too much. But that's just is what it is. You have to subscribe now. Oh dear. I think I know that one. Sorry, he's deciding who he's going to. I reckon you give it to him. But it's your decision. It's your channel.
What, this one?
What do you reckon?
Middle one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should, yeah.
The winner of the YouTube
Oh, the giveaway.
giveaway for subscribing to Henry's YouTube channel.
Drum roll, please. It's Joseph Zammit.
Joseph Zamity?
Zammit.
Joseph Zammit.
Congratulations on winning the giveaway.
Well done, mate.
Well done.
Well done. Thanks for subscribing.
Round of applause.
Well done, Joseph. Well done, mate. How many more subscribers you get?
I got about 20.
Boom, chocolate.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. It's been a bit loose again. It's a little bit of a, you know, it's like, I don't usually like doing live streams. As I said, I like to do proper videos where it's edited right and everything goes out. But let's keep it relaxed while it is the summer months. I'm hoping to see you next week because I'm confident we might start signing people so we can get back into the swing of things. I'm going to try and nail Mickey Pearce now from Only Fools and Horses for a Lions Lounge, and of course we will be filming our upcoming documentary From the Docks to the Den, where I'm going to do a complete meal history out on locations. I'm doing a lot of research at the minute, looking into things and locations to shoot that, and that will go out on the 1st of August. So that's your lot. Cheers, Minnie.
And
Everyone else got something to say? Joseph Zammit.
Text him or me.
Message one of us on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook to collect your prizes. Multiple. So.
Multiples.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Please subscribe to Lions TV.
Come on, you lines. That bit was rehearsed.